Welcome to Grandma's Attic Music Review. You see, I got the Dipsy Doodle on my lap. He's sound asleep. He does go, 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 collapse. It's so good to be here with you tonight. Thank you for tuning in. It's so much fun to be able to bring music to you. And sometimes when I bring music to you, it's someone that comes on the show that is so like-minded we didn't even know it until we started talking. Anyway, you know that I go out to shows as often as I can, and especially those shows that are doing things for our community. Well, up at the old church, our friend Frank Critelli does a show called Pass the Guitar for the soup kitchen out there in Meriden. And I think he's doing it twice a year, but you can check it out. I'm sure if you go on his Facebook page, he'll tell you what he's doing. You can certainly ask him. Frank Critelli, and he does a pass guitar, and we raise money for the soup kitchen in Meriden. Anyway, I take my little notebook, and I sit and I listen to amazing, incredible, fabulous, talented musicians get on stage and give one song. That's what they're allowed to do, one song. And I got to figure out in one song if these people are worth a piece of shit to come on my show. They have to be good. And so the last one that I went to, I picked 3 musicians. Some of the people that were there I already knew. Kayla Farnham was there with her new boyfriend, and of course they blew it away. And then another person, and then tonight's guest. And when I reached out to tonight's guest, he was a little taken aback, and I don't think he really believed that I wanted him to come on my TV show. He was a little like, really? And I was like, really? You're that good? Anyway, he's here tonight. He's going to play, I think, a bunch of originals. I don't think he's going to do, maybe he'll do a cover. Who knows? But it doesn't matter, because whatever he does, he's going to do it really well. You're going to love his guitar style, and you're going to love his amazing stage presence. So please welcome into your heart, into your home, and into your music-loving ears, Erik Rebasca. I did it!
You did it.
I did it! Welcome. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I'm grateful to be here. Thank you, thank you. And I'm gonna do the song that brought me to the show to start, and then we'll see where the vibes take us. This one's called "The Devil's Angels." Devil's angels hover, lift off to victory smother. Lengthy competition signals, old ways dying and brittle. Power conceived by a master, gorging on it faster and faster. Reverence turns cold in an instant, shackled strikes at the fearful under guise of protecting people who by rules they're creating from this axis in time proliferating. Survival of joy is the mission, from mountains to ocean and between, evolving from next generations, learning faster than those who create them. Tomorrow's questions go unanswered. Glory of past we wish to capture. Meaning we seek through existence. This challenge continually infrequent. So all goes to hell and to heaven. Our cries from laughter or wailing. All suffers misinterpretation, and all the angels, devils simply hope for. Hey, thank you. Right on. Okay. This next one's called Truth Exists Inside the Moment. It's neither black or white, brown, yellow, or red. We're human beings, live to be instead. Standing before you, willing to die, with a chance you'll catch yourselves in my eye. Truth exists inside the moment, forces at work, never know them. Heavenly souls never own them. Truth exists in moments. All this talk of killing make us shout and scream. Blood on your hands never gets washed clean. Industry create poverty, turn hearts mean. Fragile policy killers fight to keep. You know that truth exists inside the moment. Forces at work, never know them. Heavenly souls never own them. Truth exists in. Keep building tall barriers. They keep focusing on those hate carriers. Intentions are clear, keeping prejudice near, because harmony, harmony, harmony is truly, truly what we feel. There is failure to negate, vision blinded by hate. All this human or human colorization of state. Why carry such heavy weight when opposites can relate to when stolen dreams make many hearts break? Truth exists inside the moment. Forces at work never know 'em. Heavenly souls never own 'em. Truth exists in moments. Thank you. So this one's about the military-industrial complex. Industry soul killer. Ignorance by convention fed to millions. Blind belief in those who lead that own all systems. Impossible to connect with kind resistance. Focus, greed, oppose the speech to be uplifting. Industry soul killer. Industry soul killer. Industry soul killer. Money is the bullet. Sacrifice of trust, sold out by lust and vision bust too late for hate to stop flowing. Cannot trust coalition for the suffering. Middle road connected bridges for uniting. Industry soul killer. Industry soul killer. Industry soul killer. Money is the bullet. Money is the bullet. Money is the bullet, yeah. People growing weary, constant touch to existence dreary. What's so hard about seeing all the misery so clearly? You know we see it clearly. Industry soul killer. Industry soul killer. Industry soul killer. Money is the bullet. Principles of old create the current situations. Lack of evidence causes humiliation. I fight against this lawless holy domination, causing bloodshed for all the generations, causing bloodshed for all these generations, causing bloodshed. They causing bloodshed. Why? Industry soul killer. Industry soul killer. Industry soul killer. Money is the bullet. Yeah, you know, gotta tackle some heavy topics every now and again. This one's called It's Just. It's just another rainfall down. It's just another stumble and a bump on the head. Just another crossroads now. Just another bend in a windy path ahead towards a new direction. Away from all these unneeded thoughts holding us hostage. Choking all the progress towards our common goals.
black by egos, black by terror, black by those grand self-delusional dreams. All the hope now is buried in the struggles of the day. All the hope now is buried in the struggles of the day. All the hope now is buried in the struggles of the day. Just another con man now. It's just another smile and a promise of the world. Just another lie told now. Just another desperate situation of incompetence, out of control and in need of a solve, begging for saviors, begging for their fix of adoration to feel whole. Oh, so lonely, oh, so fearful, oh, so outrageous how cycles repeat. We're so hopeful, living moments in these struggles of the day. We're so hopeful, living moments in these struggles of the day. We're so hopeful, living moments in these struggles of the day. Just another calming sound. It's just another repeat of acknowledging our pain. Just another fight come round. Just another cycle of releasing the shame. Awakening feelings, discovery just like when we were kids. Oh, so joyful, jumping waves in oceans like when we were kids. Going deeper, going further, going the furthest that we've ever been. Makes us whole now, so we conquer these struggles of the day. Makes us whole now, so we conquer these struggles of the day. Makes us whole now, so we conquer these struggles of the day. Makes us whole now, conquer these struggles of the day. Of the day.
Thank you. Yeah, this one's the title track of the second Light Warriors album. So Light Warriors is a project I've had for about 9 years now. And this one's called Raise the Frequency.
It was 1:36:01 on a day when the sun was eclipsed by the moon. Darkness falls, danger lurks around. When will we solve for these broken rules? We hit extinction levels, but we see it's only us who can help us. As the roots are destroyed by persistent abuse, nature taking over, changing the tune. And sometimes life can make us so sad. Still minds recognize ourselves. We gotta raise the frequency, higher spirit. Raise the frequency, higher spirit. Higher frequencies, raise the spirit. Raising frequency, bringing love into action. Bringing love into action. Love into action. Got these amazing focuses, trembling, make the focus go hazy. Paralyzing thoughts of time, still remembrance when I was a part of a world meaning something. Infinite potential is spiraling within these darkest emotions that control it. So inject compassion on traumatized hearts, interdepend on our natural arts. And sometimes life can make us so mad. Still minds recognize ourselves. Still minds recognize ourselves. So we gotta raise the frequency, higher spirit. Raise the frequency, higher spirit. Higher frequencies, raise the spirit. Raising frequency, bringing love into action. Bringing love into action. Bringing love into action. Bringing love into action. We suffer from PTSD, drilled so deep in our psyche, 'cause they rule by confusing our rational thought with these man-made creations destroying the natural order. Dive deep in fire, salvaging ones, taking us higher. Under the surface is a will of steel, holding on to past, teaching us to feel. And sometimes life can make us so sad. Still minds recognize ourselves. Still minds recognize ourselves. So we gotta raise the frequency, higher spirit. Raise the frequency, higher spirit. Higher frequencies, raise the spirit. Raising frequency, bringing love into action. Love into action. Love into action. Love into action. Thank you. Yeah, working up a sweat up here. This is great. if you ain't sweating, it ain't real enough.
Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna do a song called No More Division, because I'm all about the unity vibes. This one's been around for a little while, and I still believe it.
All these whims of misinformation causing divisions. We're on two sides of the same coin, time to look through untainted prisms. Damaging mistakes repeated over thousands of years. Break free the vicious cycle, live a moment without fear. What we want now, no more division. No more division. You got the strength to speak your piece and deal with consequences. When we beat our fists against a wall, are we beating down heavy resistance? Consciousness can't stand tall than these mountains of convention. If we can stop the misery, move forward, take some action. What we want now, no more division. No more division. No more division. Got these highest levels of creation conceived in daily communal existence, pushing higher than revolution with understanding and firm insistence. Simple philosophies planting many seeds in our resistance. For the love of all gods is a quiet moment I fill with endless brilliance. What we want now, no more division. No more division. No more division. What we want now, no more division. No more division. No more division.
Thanks so much. All right, this one's on the first record, the first Light Warriors record, that is. And it's called So Goes the Story. So goes the story of how times have been. Here's your glory. It's yours to begin. Necessity of breath we take, intentions uplift to make, positive flow if you can take
suffering when you break, many places led to go. Consumed by image torn and shown, absorbed within when you don't know. Instead of running away, you can always grow, and so goes the story of how times have been. Here's your glory. It's yours to begin. Currents blow on winds of change, constantly without names. Climb within and face the shame, while learning how to embrace these games of choice or circumstance that binds. Choose to engage or leave behind. The hurt cries out, we fall in line. What do we do when we run out of time? And so goes the story of how times have been. Here is your glory. It's yours to begin. Time's an illusion used as a crutch. What we put out don't always yield much if we're only seeking personal gain. Misguided efforts bring the pain, so reach deep, search for strength. In spite of sorrow thrown by fate, hold on for the sake of this race. We just need to know that it's never too late. And so goes the story of how times have been. Here is your glory. It's yours to begin.
Eric, you want to do one more song and then come talk to me?
Sure, I'll do one more for you. I'll do one. The song is called One.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's actually we Light Warriors did a benefit for Why Hunger back in 2021, I think, and we had artists from all around the world. It was really cool. We had people from Ghana and Ethiopia and just amazing artists, global artists, Jamaica, and we did eight versions of this song called One, and released it as a album's length single, and raised a bunch of money for Why Hunger to feed people with food insecurity. So to give a shout out to Frank Ritelli, and all he does for Pass the Guitar, for the Meriden Soup Kitchen, food insecurity means a lot to me, and I really am just grateful to be able to be in a position to support. So, yeah. So, one, about oneness.
Inhale let your breath flow like water. Drinking the nourishment so balance don't falter. Walk in creation as all God's on your altar. Like rocks of Gibraltar, we stand strong yet softer. Foster upgrades, you program your DNA. Shine light in your airways, release you from your learned ways. See you hardened by swordplay as we decode the haze. When lost in the maze, we climb towards one volume of unity. One divine light shining individually. One collectively transforming community. One piece in the human family. Listen, hear the wailing of the ancients. Cellular memory, purity over hatred, embodying patience over billions of years. Living like vagrants, our spirits in arrears. Fear is what the government's peddling. They're in your face, in your ears, misguided meddling. Don't be settling, love's continually spreading. Corners of the earth, foundations are settling. One volume of unity, one divine light shining individually. One collectively transforming community. One piece in the human family, yeah. One volume of unity, one divine light shining individually. One collectively transforming community. One piece in the human family, yeah. Paradox of oneness, one integrated system. Diversity's what keeps the system living. We will not know peace until we celebrate the differences. No hierarchy in God's kingdom, neither no supremacists. All people, all equal, so basic, so simple. One day the world will wake and we will all surrender. Give up the guns for the power of love. No, we're never giving up until we reach the rising sun and move as one. Reparations for the past hurt, one. Decolonization of the whole world, one. Healing up the generations, walk as one. One love, many nations move as one. Volume of unity, one divine light shining individually. One collectively transforming community. One piece in the human family. One piece in the human family. One piece in the human family. Give it now. One.
Go ahead and put your guitar down while Erik's getting over here and getting mic'd up. This stuff going on. Boy, you know, a couple of years ago, actually 4 years ago now, we were living in one of the toughest times of our life. Well, 3 years ago we were living in it, right? And things have opened back up and there's music everywhere and there's people celebrating people. Let me tell you what we need to do. We need to celebrate community. We need to get out there and we need to take stock in where we live and who we live with and help them. It's cold out. I'm not going to say any more because you know my soapbox spiel. Get out there and take care of your neighbors. We'll talk more about other stuff after I talk to Erik. This is going to be so much fun. Hi.
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 Hello.
Oh my gosh. So when I knew you were coming today, I went into I have a little drawer that has like buttons and stuff from other people. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you know who Kristen Graves is, but she at one point was our Connecticut State Troubadour. Okay. And she had dreads at the time, and she started a political movement called the Just Be Nice Party.
Amen.
And I knew that if I wore it, I could talk about it a little bit with you because you're a Just Be Nice Party person. Like, you could run on that platform.
Absolutely.
I know, right?
Yeah, kindness is the
And now you have Willie for president on for a hat. Mm-hmm. So the whole Just Be Nice movement is about taking all the unkind, unrealistic hatred out of politics.
Yeah. And
becoming nice to everybody for no reason. There's no reason, just do it. Right. So you preach that in your music, don't you?
I do. It's something I feel deeply. I don't, you know.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. Yeah. I guess I was born with it. Just be kind. Kindness is a superpower.
Just be nice.
Just be nice. Yeah. And you know, that's the golden rule, right? You know, just treat others as you want to be treated. How hard is that? It shouldn't be that hard.
Well, and I think that one of the problems that we see is the wealthier you become, the less nice you become.
Yeah.
You see these very, very wealthy people
Sure.
in high political places that aren't nice. They just aren't nice.
Yeah.
And that's too bad. But anyway, let's talk about
I think they have a lot of
music.
people pulling at them though too. You know.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I'll stay
you know,
poor.
You have to be guarded, I guess, at a certain point. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll stay poor.
Yeah. Easier.
You know, when you're in the music business, like I can't play music, but like the whole music thing is kind of my thing. But in the music business, in the music business and the social work business, I'll never be rich, but I'll always be at peace and be happy.
Rich at heart.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, right?
Yes.
So I bring people on the show so they can talk about their passion. And I feel like, you can correct me if I'm wrong, one of your biggest passions is music.
Oh, definitely. You don't have that wrong.
I don't. No. How long have you been playing music?
Let's see. I mean, I started singing in high school bands.
Okay.
So that's a long time ago. Decades, many decades. And, but I didn't get really serious about music until my late 20s.
Really?
Yeah, I was kind of a late bloomer.
You didn't have like music lessons as a little kid. Was there music in your home? Were your parents musical?
They loved like Motown and, you know, that classic rock and classic 70s AM radio.
Do you remember the first record you saw them spin?
They didn't have a record player.
Sacrilege.
Radio.
I'm not going to let my dog hear.
I know, I'm sorry.
He's shocked. So I was thinking about it last night, and the first record I ever saw them spin was Chubby Checker, and it was on
nice. Yeah,
the record album was a checkerboard. It was
very cool.
So that was back
Yeah,
in the day.
very
See,
cool.
I think I'm a little older than you, but
Well, I could tell you the first cassette that I bought was
no.
Iron Maiden's Number of the Beast
okay.
and Ozzy Osbourne's Diary of a Madman. And I came home.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, rock and roll. And I came home, and my parents were like, "What the hell is going on? Were you like some kind of a devil worshiper or something?" I mean, that's when music was dangerous.
Well,
right?
and Ozzy Osbourne did some pretty evil stuff on
Did
stage.
some crazy stuff, yeah.
He really did.
Yeah,
and
the
now
whole-
he's so like mellow and really old and getting ready to do his last show in his hometown. You know, 2 sold-out shows. Can you
I bet.
imagine the people that will be on stage with him for that show?
Everybody.
Black Sabbath.
Everybody.
Black Sabbath's remaining all members will be there,
Yeah.
guaranteed. I remember when I saw that it was 1977 that I saw them in Portland, Maine.
Nice. Must have been a hell of a show.
Oh, I don't remember. I was
They
tripping.
were at the height of the. All right, my sister.
Well, those are the things back in those days. We did that stuff. Well, I don't know about if you did, but I know what I was doing. Anyway, so when you got
It opens the portals.
It does. When you when you started getting serious in your 20s about music, what direction did you want to head in? Were you into like rock and roll bands, or you're a little folky now, and
folkier, for
definitely
sure.
the whole singer-songwriter thing is really up and coming. But what did you do in your 20s for music, and were you in some bands?
Yeah, I went to every free jazz show I can see in New York City. I was deep into the Zorn scene, into the William Parker scene.
Okay.
The Vision Festivals, 25 years, 30 years now, almost. And so that really, and I got there through Coltrane's A Love Supreme, which opened up all the portals. Eric Dolphy, Pharoah Sanders, all those first wave free jazzers. And but I also was really into the acid jazz scene of New York City, which is really underground. They had groups like Groove Collective, and I don't think Screaming Headless Torsos would consider themselves acid jazz, but they had jazzy elements with thrash and rock, and so they blended it all together.
Yeah, they were definitely acid jazz.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care what they say.
Yeah, they were they're jazzers for sure, and they were all in that experimental scene too, on their freer projects. There was one other group, Brooklyn Funk Essentials, and then that was the time Jamiroquai was big. So I was kind of into that jazzy, funky, dancey type of music, and I had a group that I won't name because we did a record, and it was just all right. But it's okay. Some of the music has lived on.
Is that record still out there?
It's out there. Okay, all right. The group is called Lunar Detour, and you'll hear some of the worst scatting you've ever heard in your life because I didn't have a producer to tell me that wasn't a good idea. But
sometimes
you make some mistakes, right? You grow.
Yeah, but it's sometimes there's a band here in the area that was very active from the year 2000 till the year 2005, and then they kind of got a little defunct, and now they're back together, and they say, we're older, we're wiser, and we know what good music is, and we can take our old songs and fix them.
Exactly.
So you might want to revisit some of those old songs, and because you know now what good music is, fix it.
So
fix it.
That's a good segue to one short stint in a dub jungle reggae band from 2003 to 2005, where we toured around the country and played reggae nights. But that leads me to Light Warriors, which in 2016, after 20-something years in marketing, I finally said I had enough and decided to make music. And so some of those songs have been recycled. And
so many of you were in marketing or the commercial world.
Yeah, advertising.
My friend,
I was a research geek, believe it or not. So
I have a friend named Brian that was in insurance. And I don't know if you know Tom the Suit Forrest, but he was Wall Street business, and both of them have given up all of that.
Yeah.
And are just concentrating on their music, and that's what it's all about.
Exactly. My very first job was a stockbroker, and that is the antithesis of what I'm doing now.
It really is, and it goes against everything that your moral fiber puts out that you are. So I think that when we work in places that crip our craw, we have to come back with something that makes our soul heal.
Absolutely.
From that insanity.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, I happened to be at the forefront of social media back in 2004, 5, 6, and then I became the quote-unquote expert. I got pulled into so many last-minute meetings with, CEOs, and they wanted to know what this thing was, and that blossomed into actually a really good career, but the grind of it was relentless. You just, I was pulled all over the country at a moment's notice, and so the healing part of that, I was neglecting my creative side throughout all of that, and that was 10 years of pent-up healing. That came out in the first Light Warriors record, and I started a record label at that time also called Highest Frequency Records, where I get to explore some of my more experimental side on a couple of projects. I have a couple of recording projects. One's called Ecstatica. It's like, you would like that one. It's psychedelic rock.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm good with that.
Yeah. And right now I'm working on, just new music, definitely folkier.
In your basement?
Music. In my basement, exactly.
That's so much fun.
It's great.
And when you have that record ready, what's going to happen?
I'm going to come here and say hello.
And come on my radio show.
And do a radio show release, sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm all over that. I think it's amazing. Let's talk about some of the places that you're playing, and then we're going to circle around from that. Tell people where they can find you on social media first.
Sure. Social media is Erik Rebasca, at Erik Rebasca on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. You can find me pretty easily just by searching my name. But you can also check out Highest Frequency Records, all one word, on all those platforms. And then I'll be playing, I do a bunch of pre-shows at a place called Capitol Theater pre-shows, in Port Chester, at a place called Run and Hide, which is a really wonderful tap room. So if anybody's going to see anybody at the Capitol Theater, check my schedule and see if I'm there the day before. I'll be there tomorrow night, actually, Thursday.
Tomorrow night is not Thursday night. Tomorrow's Sunday night. Today is Saturday.
Oh, God.
You are so lost.
I must be tripping.
You know how easy it is for people not to remember that.
Sorry.
We're taping, and this is live, but we don't show the live till Saturday.
So you'll miss me at the
Yeah.
Run and Hide
Now bunk to next week.
this past Thursday. So the following week, hopefully I'll be at Lock City Brewing in Stamford and Dancing Bear Cafe in Pauling on.
Dancing Bear
Yeah,
Cafe. How's
that's-
that place?
that's
I haven't
Saturday.
been there yet.
Haven't
I've
been
heard
there yet
good
either.
stuff about it.
Yeah, I have not been.
There's
so.
been some good people play there.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
yeah.
that will be fun.
The big one, though, is the Tuesday the 27th. I'll be at Milford Arts Council. So I'm really excited. And I think
How did you pull that gig?
our good friend Frank Critelli,
I love him.
he is the man. I love him, too. I mean, he just does so much for all of us singer-songwriters. He creates so many opportunities for us. And you know, you can't be anything but grateful.
I have
So,
to I
thank you,
have
Frank.
to I have to do this because there's a song called Little Man, and it's by a band called The Cry, K-R-Y. And it talks about how in order to be a big person, I have to become a little man. Frank Critelli is such a big man. I mean, he's little in stature, but he becomes so little when it comes to putting everybody else out there. He negates the fact that he's as good, because he's an amazing, amazing musician.
Absolutely.
But he pulls back from that and just promotes the heck out of everybody else. He does so much for other people. He and Terry LaChance both need to have statues,
Absolutely.
you know, built in their name, because I'm a Little Man should be Frank Critelli's theme song. And it's not about being a little dude. It's about being little here so that everybody else can be big.
Absolutely.
And he's so that. He's so that. And I thank you for talking about him. He doesn't get enough credit. And I hope he takes a minute to check this interview
I
out.
hope so, too. I'm going to point him right to this moment in the
Yeah,
interview.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna say,
yeah,
you got to
yeah.
go to this point in the yeah.
Right. So now
They'll get a kick out of it.
now we know where people. You did tell people where you're going to be playing, and we did tell live stream. Now, do you have music up on social streaming platforms?
Yeah, I'm on Spotify. Check out Light Warriors on Spotify. Oh, actually, we're on all the platforms. So if you search Light Warriors, plural, with an
Okay.
S. Yeah, Light Warrior, not Light Warrior, but plural. You'll see the records there. Ecstatica is I can't even pronounce. I can't spell. Ecstatica. You know what? Here's the thing. Go to
Here we go.
follow the Instagram, or you can actually go to Bandcamp. There we go. Bandcamp, highestfrequencyrecords.bandcamp.com. That's where you'll see everything, and it's free. So,
It's free, but then you don't make any money.
well, people could buy it if they want.
Well, not from
Or-
this show. They can't.
You can't make any money streaming anyway.
Well,
The streaming platforms don't want musicians to make money.
I know. So how do we feel about that? Because I think that musicians need to be paid.
I agree.
I feel that very strongly. I have a hard time asking people to play benefits because I think that musicians need to get paid.
Sure.
However, I also think that musicians that are out there making money better give something back to the community.
Absolutely. Any benefit, I'm there. If
Right.
it's, if I don't have a conflict, I'm
Right.
going to be there.
So, right. And that's why I MC for here in New London. I MC the Hoop for Hunger and the Pass Guitar, and because I can't play or sing, but I can talk about
You know-
musicians.
You know it. You
I
know it.
do. I do.
What did Marley say? Who feels it knows it?
Right. Oh, Bob Marley. So you said you did a little reggae stint.
Yeah.
Do you like reggae music? Was Bob Marley like a hero?
I love reggae music. Of
One of
course,
the
Bob Marley is a hero, but so are Culture, the band Culture. I love, of course, Lee Scratch Perry. I love the dub stuff. Augustus Pablo, Scientist, 90 The Observer, like all that really trippy reggae dub.
Do you have a
is great.
record collection or a CD collection?
I have a CD collection, but I'm mostly listening to streaming and buying digitally when I can on Bandcamp.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I know.
And I have like
I know.
hundreds of pieces of vinyl.
Well, I'd love to see that someday because I'm slowly collecting vinyl, but I haven't. I need to get a good player.
I've been collecting vinyl for a long time.
Yeah.
I have vinyl. I have red vinyl from 1956.
Oh, what?
A whole stack of it.
Damn, that's
And
cool.
I have wax records from Edison. So anyway, it's all good stuff.
Yeah.
What makes you write a song? How was that for a
That's a
segue?
That's a good segue. And
Not.
a really good question. What it really depends. I mean, if I am pissed off about something, I will write about it. If I'm feeling reverent, I'll write. If if there's a moment that I have or something that makes me smile, you never know. It just comes through me, and that's the only way I can write. I can't force it. If I try to write something, I can never write anything.
Okay, I'm a writer, but not of music. I write about other stuff. Like I write magazine articles and
About music?
about musicians and about not necessarily about their music, but about them. Grandma's Attic, where adventures begin, secrets are shared, and treasures are found. So we found a treasure in you.
Oh, that's very
And
sweet.
I'm excited about your music, and I can't wait for you to drop this album. And now I have to ask you that one dreaded question. Will you take us out with a song?
Oh my God, I think I can. Oops, sorry. Sorry. I think I can.
So don't forget to unleash.
I'm gonna unleash right now.
While Erik goes back over and gets his guitar ready to play us a song, please, please support your local mom and pop shops. Get out there and check out the shows at the local galleries. Check out the shows at local venues. There's music playing everywhere, everywhere. I want to tell you something special that's going on. Since Rich Martin moved the Telegraph to Bank Street, it's a lot bigger in there, and he has a place set up that's stage. And he's putting music on stage there like every weekend. So check out what's going on at the Telegraph, because that's free music. And maybe you buy a record. Who knows? But it's good stuff. So do that. Check out your local mom and pop shops. Never mind those big box places. That money that you spend there doesn't stay in this community. We want to raise this community up to be better than what it was. So I love you all. I'll see you next week, and have a really great one. Stay safe and stay invested in local. Bye for now.
All right, since we were talking about Bob, and there's a movie coming out, I'm going to do a Bob Marley song for you. Wait a minute, that's not right. It would help if I remembered this song. Let me do something else, actually.
Whatever you want. It's your show.
I know, and it's so interesting. It's like I want to do about 5 different tunes, and my brain is all scrambled at the moment, so.
Breathe in.
Breathe out.
Breathe out.
Yeah, here we go.